To all the clergy and people of the Episcopal Diocese of Chicago, grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. I'm Michael Curry, Presiding Bishop of the Episcopal Church here in Chicago, with the Reverend Paula Clark, who is the Bishop-elect for the Diocese of Chicago, and with the Reverend Ann Jolly, who is the President of the Standing Committee. It's good to be with both of you.
Thank you.
Good to be with you.
Thank you.
We're here for Bishop-elect Clark to have an opportunity to address you, to update you on her progress in rehabilitation and on plans for her ordination and consecration service as your bishop. The Epistle of James says, "The prayers of the righteous is powerful and effective." Prayer matters. It makes a difference. Your prayers on behalf of Paula and Paula's hard work, determination, and dedication and commitment to service as your bishop and to the work before her have made the progress possible for us to be here this day. Paula has engaged in physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy on a daily basis, on most days from 9 in the morning until the end of the day. We continue to have every expectation that Bishop-elect Clark will make a recovery, enabling her to serve as the Bishop of Chicago. But we're not there yet. And I want you to hear me when I say we're not there yet. Because of that, I have decided to postpone the August 28th ordination and consecration liturgy to a date to be determined. Now, I know this is disappointing to many, and certainly disappointing to Bishop-elect Clark. I have every reasonable expectation that we are going to reach that milestone. But as I said, we aren't there yet. Let me explain. I have two criteria for discerning when we will be ready to proceed. First, when our Bishop-elect is able to take her place fully in the service of ordination and consecration, both as Bishop-elect, making her vows, leading us in the Church's profession of faith, and receiving the laying on of hands, and then as the Bishop, serving as chief celebrant at the Holy Eucharist. Second, when she is also ready to assume the duties of Bishop of the Diocese, such as visitations with congregations and ministries, providing pastoral, programmatic, and administrative oversight of ministry, certainly beginning at a reduced and planned level, developed in consultation with the medical team. Bishop-elect Clark, her daughter, Misha, Bishop Todd Owsley, Bishop for Pastoral Development, and I met with the physician who heads the rehabilitation team that Bishop-elect Clark has been working with. Dr. Hines was very clear and said that the Bishop-elect has made significant progress in the last 3 months of physical, occupational, and speech therapy. She actually used the phrase, she has made remarkable progress. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
She did say that while the Bishop-elect might be able to participate in the consecration service on the 28th, she's not ready to begin work, even at a part-time level yet. There is more therapeutic work to do to reach that goal. She has worked hard and made significant progress toward that, but we're not there yet. Dr. Hines encouraged us to think in terms of meeting every 3 months to review where we are on progress toward the rehabilitation goals. We all agreed to meet again in October, the beginning of October, to do that. When we reach the goals in coordination with the medical team, we will then be able to identify a date for the consecration. Bishop-elect Clark's progress in these months has been, as the doctor said, remarkable. This is a testament to our prayers, but also to your Bishop-elect's hard work, determination, and commitment to this ministry. And now it is my privilege to invite your Bishop-elect to address you.
Thank you so much. Hello, Diocese of Chicago. Thank you for your prayers, for your dedication to Christ, and all your hard work in keeping God front and center in all you do as you navigate this new way of being church. I have received all of your well wishes, gifts, and messages, and I'm so sorry I haven't been able to answer all of them yet. But know that I'm very appreciative of your hard work and all you have done. You are wonderful and inspire me to keep on going. Of course, I am really sad I can't be your bishop right now. It would be my preference to begin the work right this instant. But as you can hear from me right now, there are little ways that we have to go in order to be at full-time capacity. I've been doing therapies 5 days a week and homework in the evening on a daily basis. My therapists are very happy with the work I've been doing and the progress I've been making. So trust me, I feel that progress. I no longer use a walker. I'm able to write, and my speech has greatly improved. It really has. It's not where I like it to be yet, though. And so I can say for sure more work, but it sure has come a long way. Well, my medical team, as Bishop Curry said, was confident I could have gone forward on August 28th. The presiding bishop and Jolly and I feel it best if I can be healed more at the time of the consecration and able to begin work with you together. I will be your bishop. Don't let this delay or the speech I give you today fool you, because I'm giving up. And when I'm ready, you will be ready too. So let us know that we have a lot of work to do together, and we will do it. Mark my words. Please continue to pray, and I will do the same. I look forward to many years of work with you. God bless you, and God keep you.
Amen.
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 Amen. Amen.
Bishop-elect Paula, you are remarkable.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
You are remarkable. And if we have all learned anything together in these past many months, it's that the words spoken in 2 Corinthians, my grace is sufficient for you.
Yes.
My power is made perfect in weakness, are the truest sense of how we live our lives together. That well of faith within you that allows you to have God's strength permeate and give you the strength and resilience you need to survive and to make this remarkable progress is the very vulnerability that the diocese has to have, the world has to have, so that God's power can work in us and be transformative for us all.
Thank you.
And the standing committee, I will tell you, are your biggest cheerleaders. We
Yes,
support you
indeed.
and pray for you, and we have every expectation that you will make a full recovery. And we look forward to the day that we can all serve together for this Diocese of Chicago we love so dearly. And beloved ones in the Diocese of Chicago, The Standing Committee remains the ecclesiastical authority until such a time as Paula is consecrated as our bishop. We continue to meet regularly. We meet with the staff to ensure that the diocese can still function, can still do the ministry of God in this rapidly changing world. As you know, our staff is extraordinary. They continue to do the work that has been laid before them with faith and grace and resilience, and we are incredibly grateful for them, and we continue to work with them. I am also delighted to say that we are in final stages of conversations in bringing in an assisting bishop to the diocese.
Okay.
This person will be able to assist the Standing Committee, the staff, and our bishop-elect as she recovers and prepares to be our bishop. We hope to be able to make an announcement in the coming weeks and hope seriously that this assisting bishop will be able to start in the fall so that we can all move forward into the program year together. Presiding Bishop Curry, we are so grateful. We are so grateful for your faithfulness, your sense of humor, and your unflagging support of the diocese, of our bishop-elect, and of the church at large. We believe that together we can move forward. Beloved, thank you for all the grace you have shown. Thank you for the work you do for us already. Thank you for the prayers. The Standing Committee and I are humbled to serve alongside you, the people of Chicago, and you, our bishop-elect.
Thank you.
Amen. Amen.
And thank you.
You know, I was born in Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we moved when I was 3, so I didn't,
Oh, but
I'm not
you
really a
don't
resident.
count.
We still claim it.
It doesn't count.
Oh, I'll count
All
it.
right. Thank you. Thank you both. Now go forth into the world in peace. Be strong and of good courage. Hold fast to that which is good. Render to no one evil for evil, but love the Lord your God, love your neighbor, and love yourself. The blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be on you and remain with you this day and forevermore. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.